Today I'm going to show you how to create realistic and three-dimensional shapes using two-point perspective. You may already know how to draw shapes in one-point perspective. Here's an example of what we've done before, where we have our vanishing point in the center of the paper with our horizon line, which is eye level, and you have your shapes around that vanishing point. For one-point perspective, the shapes all have to be facing us directly with one of the sides. So here we have the front of the square, and then here's the bottom of the square because it's above eye level. Here is the front of the triangle and the top edge side of the triangle because these lines go to the vanishing point. So with one-point perspective, it helps us draw realistically to show all the sides of three-dimensional objects, but it is a little bit more limiting because we have to show only the one side facing us. The other project that we've done is the perspective city, where again we have the sides of the building facing us, and then we have the side of the building facing the road. This next step takes it a little bit further with realism. And so in your sketchbooks, you can follow along, and I'm going to show you how to draw using two-point perspective. With two-point perspective, we are going to start out with a horizon line, just like we've done before. I'm going to keep my horizon line near the center of my page, and I'm going to have it parallel with the edge of my page. I like to just line up my ruler with the top of my page, slide it down so that it is a parallel line. You can draw that across. Your vanishing points, instead of having one in the middle, you are going to have two on either side of the paper. Place a dot on the right and the left on the horizon line. And the one on the left, we will call vanishing point 1. The one on the right, we'll call vanishing point 2, just so we can tell them apart. We are going to start with drawing boxes or rectangles. Now with two-point perspective, there is one corner of the box that is going to be facing us, and it's going to be closer to us, as opposed to having one side facing us directly. Let's start out with one vertical line over top or intersecting the horizon line. I'm going to make it 2 inches tall. It's up to you. You can make it however tall you want. Make sure that it goes over your horizon line, and it needs to be perfectly vertical. This is the corner of our box that will be facing us. Step 2 is that you draw 2 lines that go from the top of your vertical line to both vanishing points, and the bottom of the vertical line, you draw 2 lines also going to both vanishing points. I'll start with the top. What I like to do is mark my vanishing point with my pencil and place that there, hit the ruler against it, and then pivot the ruler up to the vanishing point. And then pivot it up to the top of the box, so you have a marker there. Make sure it matches up with the top of your line and the vanishing point, and draw a light line all the way to your vanishing point. I will draw a little bit darker so you can see. That is one top edge. Do the same thing on the side. Mark your vanishing point, hit your ruler up to it, pivot it up, and draw. Do the same thing on the bottom of the vertical line. Ruler, vanishing point 2, and to this corner. Now, this might just look like some triangles to you, but what we have here is a left side of the box and the right side of the box. This is the corner that we see. What we have to do is shorten the box, and we will do that by drawing parallel lines from the corner, which is vertical, to the right of that vertical line and to the left of the vertical line. They can be however long you want them to be. What I'm going to do is erase my lines that go beyond the edges of my box so you can see what our box looks like. I'm also going to erase the horizon line behind it so you can also see that. Now we have one box that is at eye level, and that is why we cannot see the top and we can't see the bottom because it's right at our eye level. Let's try drawing a box above eye level over here. We start with the same formula of drawing one vertical line for that corner facing us. I'm going to draw it way up here. Make it a little shorter. Have it a fair amount above the horizon line. Our next step is drawing diagonal lines that go to the vanishing points from the top of the line. Now we draw lines that go to the vanishing points from the bottom. So now we still have our left side of the box and the right side of the box, but we have something missing down here, and that is the bottom of the box. So we're still going to follow the same step we did before, and we're going to shorten the box by drawing a parallel line from the corner. So this is vertical. I'm going to draw it to the left, and one to the right to shorten my box. And here's where the cool part comes in. You know that there has to be a bottom of the box. How do we do that? Well, we take this left side of the box, that corner, and we are going to draw it to the right vanishing point 2. Ruler to vanishing point, ruler to corner, and draw that. We're going to do the same thing, but go on the right side, go to vanishing point 1. Now when we erase our lines, you'll see we have the left side, the right side, and the bottom of the box. Let's try a box that is below the eye level or below the horizon line. We start with the same steps of drawing a vertical line. The taller you draw the line or the longer you draw it, the larger your object is going to look. You draw from the top of your vertical line to both vanishing points for step 2. and the bottom of your vertical line to both vanishing points for step 3. And now I'm going to draw the 2 vertical lines or parallel lines to shorten the sides. We have the left side, right side. And you take your left side of the box and you go to the vanishing point 2, and then you go from the right side and go to vanishing point 1 on the left. Where those lines intersect, that's the back corner of the box. Now we have something going on here. We can see this box here through the box that's right here. Anytime the object is lower on the paper, it's closer to the viewer, and so this box would be in front of this box. So what I'm going to do is erase any lines that show through so that this box looks solid and it looks like it's in front or overlapping the box behind it. You can see that you have to do a lot of erasing, so drawing lightly is a really good idea. And let's draw a few more boxes. Your goal should be to draw at least 5 boxes. We already have 3. And then I'll show you how to color them so they look realistic.